Hey, so here's a very cool way that you can use to instantly start feeling better about yourself. I call this the 8-letter question, okay? Or the 8-word question. So we all have these ideas about ourselves, right? We don't feel good about ourselves all the time. There are days, there are moments, there are situations where we, have those insecurities start creeping back up, and we start doubting ourselves a little bit. So we all have these beliefs about ourselves. They're not very useful, right? So I have this question, the sentence that you can use every time you start feeling one of those things coming up. So let's say at one moment you start feeling weak, or you have this idea about yourself that you're weak, right? You want to put this, what I call put the belief in front of a wall. Right, you would put the belief in front of a wall like you would a student, like a student in front of a teacher, and then you ask this belief: is this really what I believe about myself? Okay, is this really what I believe about myself? Right. So, is this really what I believe about myself? What I is 2 words. So, is this really what I believe about myself? Do I really believe I'm weak? Am I 100% certain that I believe I am weak? Right? And what you're going to find is that inevitably you're going to say, no, that's not really what I believe. I just feel like this in the moment, but that's not really what I believe about myself. Let's say you're in a situation where you're in a meeting, maybe an interview, right? A job interview, and you start feeling you start getting this feeling like the interviewer thinks you're incompetent or doesn't want to hire you, right? So it's your assumption again. And again, you want to ask yourself, is this really what I feel about myself? Do I really feel like this person thinks that I'm incompetent? Do I really feel incompetent? Do I really feel like I can't do this job, right? Because in the middle of an interview, you can get those feelings and it can affect how the interview goes. So inevitably, again, when you put it in front of the wall, you're going to see that you're going to say, no, that's not true. I don't feel like I'm completely incompetent for the job, because if I did, I wouldn't even apply. I wouldn't even be sitting here. This person wouldn't even invite me here in the first place, right? Let's say you're in a relationship and you start feeling like you're not good enough for the other person. Again, you ask yourself, do I really feel that about myself, right? I don't know where I lost the count, but is this really how I feel about myself? Do I really feel like I'm not good enough? Do I really feel that, right? Many times when you put it to the test, you put it to the limit, do I really 100% really believe that about myself, that I'm not good enough? You're going to see, well, no, of course not, right? And the moment you get to the wall and you're like, oh, of course not, I don't really believe about myself that I'm not good enough, then you're going to start loosening that belief up a little bit, and you're going to start feeling different. So ask yourself right now, what do you believe about yourself? What do you think about yourself? Maybe that you're not attractive. Maybe that you're not good enough. Maybe that you're not smart enough. Maybe that you can't do something. So ask yourself, is this really what I believe about myself? Do I really believe about myself that I can't do something? Inevitably, you'll find that that's not how you feel. You'll see that there is a lot of belief in you that you can do it, that you are good enough, that you're not weak, that you're strong, and so on and so forth. So play around with this question. It has helped me tremendously, to me and my clients, and I'll talk to you soon.